I'm here today with Julia DeMichiel, who is a member of the Angioma Alliance Board of Directors. And I'm going to be talking a little bit today about her experiences with cavernous angioma and also about an exciting event that she has going on in September. So, Julie, can you please tell me a little bit about your and your family's experiences with cavernous angioma?
Of course, I'd love to. We discovered, well, about when I was 10 years old, I had an episode where that I had severe headaches. I couldn't get out of bed. It was awful. My mother was terrified. She didn't know what was going on. And then those seemed to pass after about a week. And then suddenly, when I woke up one morning, my right side was very weak and I couldn't walk. And then, okay, we were really scared. We went to the hospital and I was there for a week or so. And at that time, they had thought that I had had a stroke as a young child. I was 10 years old. And that seemed to be the end of that episode. I went into physical therapy and seemed to recover pretty well. But then when I was 30 years old, and my daughter was 4, I had severe headaches again. And I was like, oh my goodness, this seems like those headaches that I had when I was a child. And we went to the doctors. I ended up going to Mass General and Brigham and Women's Hospital. Um, and they did some testing there. And that's when they found out that I had cavernous angiomas. And at that point in time, I went through some stereotactic radiosurgery, which was new at that time. And the doctor I had at that time, Dr. Eben Alexander, felt that this could help me tremendously. Well, it didn't really seem to do the trick that they had wanted, but it didn't cause any harm as well. So that we were thankful for that. But we were on I wanted to do anything I could. It was on the breaking edge of stereotactic radiosurgery when it was just experimental. And I said, yes, sign me up for that. So, um, then my daughter, when she was in college, her freshman year, she had just been there for a couple of weeks. She called home and said she didn't know where she was. She had no idea what to call things, where she was. She couldn't explain anything. She couldn't come up with words. We found out that she was having a seizure, and it ended up being a grand mal seizure. When she went to Providence College, she went to the hospital there in Providence. They discovered that she also had cavernous angiomas, and that's when we did some more testing. And it was very devastating for us at that time. Your daughter in college lost. They ended up sending the swim team to find her. They couldn't find her. It was very scary, very scary. Um, as time went on, she had no more difficulties with that, which we're very grateful for. But as time passed and she had a child of her own, and when she was born, we found out that my granddaughter had it as well. She had markings on her body that they thought were bruisings at first. And then when they realized that my daughter and myself had angiomas, that's what it was, and they did some more testing on her. So right now we found out there's 4 generations of angiomas. My mother has it as well. We did testing with her, had MRIs done, and she had angiomas as well. So right now we have 4 generations.
What effects do you still have from the cavernous angiomas and from the radiosurgery, if any?
Well, I still get very intense headaches, very intense. And also at this time, I still have weakness on my right side. I go do therapy, try to take care of it, keep it as strong as I can. I don't want to, I can't give up. I'm not going to be weak. I'm not going to let it get the better of me. So I go through a lot of therapy. I do walking. It needs to be fought. I'm not going to give into it. But really, the weakness, I think, is the hardest part. In walking with the limp and the drop foot, I think that's what bothers me the most, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have an event coming up. Um, yes, can you tell us a little bit about when it is, where it is, what it is, in case there are people in Connecticut who, or in that area, who would like to come?
Certainly, certainly. We're having the second annual Cavernous Angioma wine tasting. And this is held at the Torrington Country Club in Goshen, Connecticut. And it's very beautiful, very lovely setting. They did a wonderful job last year. Everyone had a wonderful time. And the setting is, I guess, is quite different than most wine tastings we have around this area in that it was much more elegant. People were able to schmooze and walk around and greet other people. There's tables set up so people can converse and have a good time. We also have entertainment. People up in the northwest corner know Brian Mattiello very well. He will be there along with Annie DeMichiel. She will be singing as well. The food at the country club is just awesome. And of course, the wine. That's why we're there. That's why people are coming, is for the wine and also just to support this cause and help us find a cure. It's a wonderful time, and I hope people show up and enjoy themselves.
Can you give
It's a
us
great.
a date and a time?
This will be held on September 16th. It's a Friday night from 6 to 10 o'clock.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I hope you get a really good turnout.
I
Um,
hope so.
yeah. So, is there anything else you'd like to share to tell the community? Anything at all that you think people might want to know?
I think the main thing is don't give up. Um, don't give into it. Um, keep fighting. Don't get into depression. And I did this for a while, I must confess, feeling sorry for myself. But you need to be strong. That's the main thing. And there's so many things you can do, even if you have this disease. For instance, I used to love to bike ride, and I found with my right side being weak, it was very difficult, especially because your rear brakes are controlled with your right hand side, your right hand. Well, I can't squeeze my right hand very well. So I had my bike altered so that my rear brake is now in my left hand. And things like that, things can be done to accommodate you and to help you live a great life. And I'm very happy now. I keep fighting.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, well, thank you, Julie. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us. And again, I hope the event in September is a great success.
Thank you so much, Connie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.